Greetings, dear loved ones. Hello, Asha. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me. I am coming on to bring in some divine messages with Sha as well. So Sha's going to be coming on and we'll be communicating about the topics of how to unprogram oneself and how to reprogram oneself, and methods and practices that we both acknowledge to help inspire and encourage that. Let me just send out an invitation really fast so Sha is able to join us. We also have others who want to have videos with me and do these kinds of videos, and I'm open to that when it's on that level. So we'll be doing this for just a bit. I'm waiting for Sha to join us. Hi, thank you for joining us, Tim and Sydney. Thank you. Acknowledge your presences. Thank you for joining us. Tortugo also. Hi. How are y'all doing? Thank you for the love, appreciation. If you want to share this out, that would be amazing. I do not have my iPad on me right now to do that, but that would be so helpful to as many as possible. And Shay should be joining us pretty soon here. Let's see. Not yet. I'm being patient. Hi, Massimo. Bellissima. Thank you. Oh, Kasham. Appreciate it. Welcome, one. Thank you for being there. Thank you for the loves and the kisses. That's very nice and very sweet. It's about 4:20 a.m. here. I woke up around 2:30-ish a.m. and we decided that it was a great plan to come on and make a video right now before I go to bed and wake up and have to do parenting 111, which includes using my hands and my consciousness and my communication. So this is the moment that we have available to bring through these messages for you. Thank you for joining us. I'm waiting for Sha to join us. I think Sha said that it will. Let's see. Getting ready to come on now. So welcome. This is my closet. When my little one's resting, usually I'll come on from here. I used to do it from the same room, but it just causes too much like stirring, and which is not necessary. You want to make sure that they get deep rest when they do rest, because it's nice. Hello, loved ones. Welcome, everyone who's there. I'm awaiting Sha to join us on the video, hopefully soon, so we can begin this beautiful conversation to the realms of how to unbrainwash yourself. And what does it mean to be brainwashed? Now, let me explain to you. It's not a contract with your soul when you come in to get brainwashed. It's more of a occurrence that happened that's not the best occurrence to have happened. And it's important to work through that with the consciousness of what belongs in my consciousness and what does not. And how am I supposed to implement working through it if there's different distractions, different things happening. I'm amazing. I'm feeling much better. Thank you. How are each of you? But it's something that you have to consciously work through. You know, looking and identifying what is it that you have been taught and trained to do and behave as and respond with, and what do you want to do in response? What do you feel to do in response? What is it that really resonates in the heart to do, rather than react in anger or frustration, to react in a gentle, cool, there's Sha. Okay. Steve, thank you for joining us. Greetings, Sha.
What's going on, everyone? Many blessings.
So I was just explaining to them kind of about the topic that we're getting ready to dive into. I let them know about what it is to be in a situation where they may feel like they've been brainwashed, signs to be careful for, distractions that don't resonate on the same frequency as the growth journey processing. The information should be uplifted and enlightened rather than depressing and devastating, and to find ways to unravel those knots to be conscious and free again. So I welcome you. Thank you. How is the weather over in Crete?
It's quite nice, actually. It's quite hot as well. The weather's changing. There's been a lot of rain, fainted the universe, because we've needed it. It ain't been raining for, what, about 8 months. So, yeah, it's been okay now. Now we're starting to get the Christmas feel starting to appear. So, yeah, it's nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Very nice.
They do that out there too. That. Yeah, it is. I like the crisp. I love the crisp. I've been, like whenever those planes that they fly, when I hear them, I focus on everything I'm supposed to focus on in those moments to adjust and to transmute and to transform. But it's been, really working with the molecules of the air. Like when you had asked for the rains to be returned, and when here too, I focus on so many levels of what's happening in our air and the reality of what those crap planes are dropping, not only in America, prayerfully just in the past, not in the present, I'm pushing that, but also in other areas globally. It's not just an America thing, it's globally where they're seeing planes and different weather weapon technology that's unnecessary, different technology, some call it nanobots, different terminologies for them. But we try not to focus on that. What we focus on is how to change that, how to heal that, how to transform that, and all in all, how to particleize the changes to create what's necessary for our earth to heal. Yeah. And it starts with us too.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really does. And when you describing that as well, it was like because we're certain people come with age and they have this wisdom, they know how to protect themselves, naturally by the elements and the plant remedies. So it's like we have a protective shield. So we know naturally how to repel these frequencies, what are being poisoned all over the world, in the skies. And it's about now that people share the knowledge. Now you're seeing the cloud busters, the orgonite devices. Now people are talking about the quantum vibration that we can pull out and eradicate any poison frequency what's trying to infect us. So now we're becoming of the age of this master, and we're becoming so knowledgeable now, the clever ones who's not listening to the 9 to 5 stuff. We're actually wanting a difference, and we're seeing all this trauma, what is happening worldwide, and we want to make a difference. We want to protect and help people. So I think it's very important for people like ourselves to collaborate as many people who are creating these great projects, who are trying to, not save the world, protect the world at the end of the day, because it's come to a point now that, you know, Mother Nature is brewing something, and we all can sense that something is occurring very soon. But we've got to be protected, you know. We've got to make sure we know how to grow our fruit and veg. We've got to know how to keep under the radar, off the grid. This is one of the reasons why I did what I did. There was I had this like stomach feeling when I was in the UK that I had to get out of the UK, and it was about 2 weeks, 3 weeks after that the lockdown begun, and I was like, right, I was like, right, I do it, yeah. And so I come to a foreign land, and then I just start up a shop, and then suddenly lockdown kicks in. I'm like, what is this? What's trying to test me? But it made me realize. It made me actually realize that it was. I come over here to get away from the system, not get back into the system. And then yeah, then slowly but surely, I managed to get back out with nature, finish the shop off, and start to flow naturally. You know, do the natural things you should be doing, not listening to other people's ways telling you what to do. You know, you've got to do your natural flow. And once you do that, it's so beautiful, because all the synchronicity events start to come your way. You know, when you're in the right place, greatness occurs. But it's so easy to one frequency to disrupt that. So this is why it's very, very important to be protected at all times, when you leave your door until you come into your door. You know, you make sure you take your clothes off when you get changed into your home clothes. You've got that energy still on your clothes, you know. So it's a kind of, you need to be very wary. We're living in the life, I mean, in a timeline of energy vampires, energy demons. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. You know, it's about protecting yourself and your loved ones, and making sure that the frequency that you're giving out is the purest frequency that you can do. You know, you're being watched by nature every day, so you know it's like you want to be
It,
judged.
like you could see, like if you and we walked up to any type of species of being, they'd be
Yeah.
more receptive. Well, I know that me, like it's like Snow White some moments, like not like the death and the evils, maybe the evil stepmom. It's like, I'm not gonna go there. Um, but it's like the squirrels, they come to me, the lions, the rattlesnakes, they come to me in a peaceful way where they're like, hey, I'm here. The foxes, you know, they talk to me, we talk. The birds, like, I have full-on conversations with these beings, and you also do that. I heard you like and you did it like a certain way, and it sounded just
Mm,
like the way that they would sit, like the proper like tongue movement and like throat sound that comes out when they do it. Like, you've actually studied that too, and it just comes naturally to some of us, and it's more honorable that way. And I think that helps unbrainwash us into thinking that they're called the names that they were titled in the storybooks or in the educational books, but they actually are more likely to be called something similar to what they sound like, with the sounds that they make, you know. And trying to figure out what their names are and how others call them when they call them is more so honoring
mm,
their purity and the fact that they are souls. And I
yeah.
heard that the word animal means soul, or something like precious spirit or something. Precious soul.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Wow, I'd
really
like
cool.
to know about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Precious spirit. Yeah.
I do not. It costs money for me to make calls. Someone's like, call me. If you'd like to get a session with me, you can have calls, because I'm extremely busy being here, helping creation. But I appreciate that you want to call. If you need help, let me know, and or acknowledge that, and I'll write you and help you with that. But yeah, it costs for us to call. But thank you.
Mm,
It's a lot to. I know it hurts. It hurts. Some are like, why does it cost to call? Because I'm already like really. I'm working on unbrainwashing myself into believing that I'm at the beck and call of everybody whenever they need me to answer the phone for them, because they want to talk, because I have things happening in my reality, and I'm here on this journey to save creation. Like, this is my purpose. This is my agreement. This is why I came. This is why I'm present, to save Earth, save creation in all planetary realms, in all creation that exists, in all places. As many as I can possibly save, I am here to save those souls and to raise the consciousness and to raise the frequency. I've never been brainwashed except for I have been held hostage, and that sucked, but in the past, not now. And I could say that through that experience, I've witnessed, because I'm somebody who brings solutions to those who've been in those trauma situations, because I've come out of it on top. I've survived it, yeah, and I've escaped it, and I've put protection up around my consciousness so that I don't get tricked into believing that somebody's another way because I'm looking for that something. And that's what I've noticed when I'm looking at those who've been duped and tricked into experiences or situations, is because the others are trying to fill them with the information of what they want to hear rather than what's actually happening. When they get to that point, they're like, hey, just so you know, I want to change you so you're like me. I don't think that you should be like that, because that shows too much light. I want you to be like the other characters, what the other characters saying, because I'm already light, so I don't have to deal with that. I'm not darkness. But I found the integration. And so what happens in relationships, is if that other one's not able to get brainwashed, they can influence that one who is brainwashed into believing that that's the norm, because they watch the TV, they listen to the radio, they're stuck on different types of music. They may not be high frequency or high vibe, so they're like getting dunked on like the elevator. It's like, here's the top, here's like awakening, not getting brainwashed, and then there's like the bottom feeders who are eating the poop and crap. Okay, and for them to get up to that level, they have to change their diet. They have to change their diet. They have to change what they're watching, what they're eating, what they're listening to, what they're doing, and how they're doing it. And then they're able to get free from that, to be able to have a healthy relationship with the other being who's already awakened. And then they can integrate, and then they can both work on healing through their experiences and maybe past traumas together. But if that is not a healthy balance, then what happens in that relationship? It's wobbly. It's like there's certain moments when they can meet up. Usually in intimacy, it's probably going to be pretty hot, but it's not going to be sustainable, and eventually it won't even feel the thing, because the feeling in the heart has to be there, and the soul and the consciousness. And that's what happens in relationships. That's what happens in your own experiences if you're not loving yourself enough to acknowledge if there's a wobble, to see what needs to change, what needs to adjust, what needs to get weeded out. Like, it's siphoning out the things that are causing the feelings of being brainwashed, because you're not able to actually be your soul expansion if you're allowing yourself to be tricked and duped and hypnotized from things that are a lower frequency or vibration than the one that your heart and soul are craving and yearning for. Would you like to add? It's a lot.
You covered quite basically, yeah, exactly. But it's exactly the same version, but in my version, it's a kind of, for me, what I've always experienced is, yeah, I've been manipulated a lot of times. Okay, this is why now it's got to a point where I'm starting to retrack my timelines of not the mistakes, the choices I made. And when I do that, I look back, and I'm like, sure, you know, you've met so many people in your life, and you've gave yourself away so many times. And don't you think you should be like respecting yourself a little bit more, and empowering yourself and bringing that self-love? Because this was one of the things I believe that I didn't have. I didn't have self-love. Self-love was a kind of, I pretended to have self-love. I really thought I did, but I truly didn't know what it was all about. So this is why I love so many people, and I let my essence go, you know, but knowing that I wasn't going to be there for a particular time. So it was like I knew I would meet this person, come in their lives, create a version of, for them to see their self, empower them, and then that's my duty done. They become a different person because they become a greater individual. And once that I see that individual blossom and become like this powerhouse in magical ways. It's like, okay, now I can go and fly and go to my location and re-heal myself and wait for the next person who needs assistance or healing. So it was like, it's really strange way what I used to think back, and now I clock onto it. I'm like, okay, sure. And you do hear me in some of the songs that talk about myself as archangel. It's because one, in ancient Persian, my Sharam means archangel, ancient times. And then two, the way I've lived my life, it is like a kind of, I've always offered myself and got great gifts after, you know, without spending money, by just being my presence, as being my essence. And from that, it's like, yeah, we don't need much. We really don't need much in life. We just need to be true, positive, clean, and honest to the people, you know? And then suddenly you'll see honesty come back to you. But it's hard, you know? I'm not saying it's
They
easy
have
to
to get
tell people you're,
unbrainwashed is why. So even as an archangel,
yeah,
because you know, angels,
yeah, of
angels, like, you know, the beings of the light of the heaven from the
course.
core. Remember
Not
what it's
saying I'm
like,
an
and
angel.
so it takes a little bit of patience to tolerate some of them, and some of them we're not supposed to even deal with. I had to learn the word patience because I was like, oh, this is easy. Yeah, I can just like whoo and make it all happen, it does a lot of moments, but there's certain ones that really have to get unpossessed from the brainwashing that it caused a certain sort of like muscular like spasm inside the parts of their brains where they think that they need those TV shows, they think that they need those radio shows, they think that they need to listen to horrible, sad, devastating, disgusting music of experiences that they've
Oh,
never had and rap them and sing them on repeat,
yeah,
and then they wonder why they're going through those things. They wonder why they're experiencing drama, they're watching drama, they're loving the drama,
exactly. It
or
is.
why, you know, like especially I don't like horror films for a reason. Okay, I already see
No,
it. I
I
already
used
see
to
them
when I
all
was a
too
kid,
now.
but not now.
But my
When I
children,
was,
for some reason, like to watch them, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, there's someone in your bathroom." I'm like, "Yes, I have guardians and guides. I have like, there's a lot in our bathroom. You have siblings who are in the spirit realm. They like, and they describe them like, yeah, that is your sibling. Like, don't freak out. Stop watching the scary movies. You won't be focused on it being scary. You know, don't trick yourself in
yeah,
believing something scary when it's not actually scary."
hmm,
But I've
exactly.
noticed that those who watch different things, their responses and reactions, they start to, it's like teaching them to react like that. Like those who used to watch Jerry Springer, it's like a show from America, is a horrible show. And they
Right,
just
yeah, we
fought
used to
each
watch it
other. They
over
just
here.
went
It's
at it.
ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is this? What's could the human race come to? And it's like, you got the Jerry Springer, and then you have, what's the other one where they all get put into a
Oh
house?
yeah,
What's that called?
real world.
Big Brother.
Oh, they had that
Big
too.
Brother.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
that one I
you
can
know,
even, I
this stuff
like that one.
is like, it's twisted. This is exactly what they are trying to do on
And
the
it's
human
called,
race. So they're giving you little examples, you know, saying, look, this is what we're doing to you guys, you know. We're just, you know, watching you, playing around with you, giving you tasks, seeing if you're going to fail, see if you're going to succeed. You know, if you're good enough, we're going to give you a bonus, and then you go to the next level. If you're bad enough, you're going to go and get rejected. It's like
we're gonna give you
ridiculous.
a
And
shot.
yeah,
As many shots as you'll take, because you'll probably take a lot. Not you, but them. Not all of them.
no,
There's
then,
like a there's
yeah.
like a 1 percentile that takes the shot, and globally, not everybody has.
Oh man, it's getting so weird.
And it's one
World is
percent because most of them have died off from like so many died off from cancer. Like so many, like a majority of the African American or African roots who got the shot, those ones specifically got a rare case of cancer and their brains were acting different. My mom, even after my mom got the shot, it acted even more like whoa, like way, like
yeah.
like
Listen, it's true.
unrecognizable
Yeah,
consciously.
yeah, it has.
Just was
It
like,
has.
you're the enemy because you won't get the shot. Like that's, I'm like, I'm not an enemy because I'm not gonna get the shot. I can't get the shot. My blood type is so rare that I can't get it. Like I've been around those who were sick and I did not get sick from them and I wasn't a carrier. So like
Mm,
I'm safe. from getting
We're
that
all
sickness. Yeah,
safe
we
at the end of the day, you know,
are.
we're all safe.
And I've
You
healed
know,
them
that's
from a distance. People are like, "Can you please heal so and so because they're sick? They got the sickness." I'm like, "Okay," and then they're healed. They're not sick anymore. I do this like,
yeah.
and I do the Akashic sessions where I see them from all their incarnations from even other planets. Planetary wombs are other ones of us, other womb planets, they say,
Yeah.
and I help them heal through their physical elements because some of them have to do with their other incarnations, how they died or how they transformed from their body, and then the healing in their relationships that doesn't keep recycling because they even were incarnated with that brainwashing that they deserve to suffer because of the things that they felt that they did wrong before they transformed. Then when they crossed over, they didn't heal and forgive themselves all the way for the things that they had done, and others maybe they remembered that, so then that energy, and then when they meet again, that's why some moments they like they don't like. I've seen two dogs go at each other just like bam, and they just,
Yeah.
and they're usually really friendly. I've seen that with relationships, like my mom and I. Like not every mom's like that, you know. Like I wish my children are amazing to me, and they love me. They fill me. They fill that void. So I'm healed. You know, I'm loved, and I don't have any feeling of lacking, even though the being who gave birth to me doesn't love me. Um, but my father loved me, and my father didn't say it loved anybody except he told my sister that once before it transformed, and my father didn't say that to anybody, only me, that it loved me, because it was never told by its mom that it was loved, but it always said it loved me. So I have plenty in my heart space, but I've also learned that when beings are brainwashed, their brains get hard in certain areas, and you have to, it's easier to unbrainwash them by working through the cerebral cortex, which is the downstairs brain, which is a soft area from the neck of the spine all the way up to the very back of the head. It's like that area right there.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because when we work through those areas, we're also working through the heart ventricles. So when we visualize those areas, we can also visualize those areas when we're helping to unbrainwash them. And then it goes through the temples, and it goes through different areas of the head that the muscles in the brain got too hard because they were locked in on focus from their eyes and their ears, their mouth and their nose. Remember, what are they breathing in? What are they eating? What are they listening to? What are they watching? All of those things are core fundamental elements that help with brainwashing somebody in those aspects. Now, it's forbidden for them to do that in a harmful way anymore. So it's less and less likely for them to be able to cause devastation to others because the souls are expanding. Because remember, it's a soul experience, not a human experience. To say it's a human experience is to trick them into believing a segregation and a limitation. When it's a soul experience, the soul is acknowledging that it's existing. Then the heart can heal, then the consciousness can heal, then the root chakra can heal. So even if they orgasmed, it's coming from a place of pure light, pure hope, which is a heavenly light. It's a light that is so divine and so pure, beyond pure love.
Yeah.
And with that, it can help unbrainwash them because it's coming from that deep depth, and that's why I work with that. Is because that also helps to purify, and the ones whose brains are solidly like or very hard muscles. If you look at a brain that's been out for 3 days, it starts to get hardened. Like just like if you put out a piece of fruit, um, or something like a marshmallow, the marshmallow begins to get hardened too, right? It gets really, really hard if it's left out. Things like
Yeah.
that, yeah. So yeah, that's how we unbrainwash them, is working through the cerebral cortex and the heart ventricles to help release the pain, which is held on those areas and on their back and neck. So when I do
So
that,
you do workshops and classes? Is
yes,
that do
I do.
you provide that? Yeah.
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 I do certificate programs. We're doing it from Maui too, so that's something I want you to come join us on, and is Maui, to teach there and work with us there. So we'll have, it's a monogamous couples retreats, and then high council, high priest and high priestess, or high tens, spiritual divinity acknowledgement and attunement with getting unbrainwashed, to be able to be the truest, most divine soul part of oneself as possible, so that there's not confusion. And sorry, somebody called me. The orphanage just called me. As practitioners, it's really important for us to not just be like, oh, they could just come to me. I'll just have them keep paying me so I can help them. But me, I'm like, I have a family, I have children. I'm cool with that, but I'm not cool with that. I need to teach you how to fix yourself, because you need to learn how to fix yourself for you. So let's do this like right now. You didn't pay the extra to have that lesson, but I'm going to teach you what you need to do, because this is who I am as a soul. I'm an awakener. I'm one who opens the eyes and helps the soul to see and acknowledge what's okay to receive. Like, look at the ingredients before you eat it, before you get it, before you receive it, to lessen the amount of those things in this world. And I wish I could do that for like my harmony child, and Meadow, but they do their own thing for moments. I can stir the pot and pour it, and if they want to receive it, then they can receive it. And if they don't want to, they will walk to the store.
Yeah. Amazing. See what we become, Yeah, and this is the magic about people who have gone through a bad and crazy life. It's you can go one way or the other, but if you do go this way, it's such a magical journey, because we have that faith, that within a faith, always knowing that things are going to be all right when everyone else around you is doubting it and mispronouncing putting negative words out
Not
there.
everybody
But
is,
the one
though.
thing,
That's the thing.
not everybody.
But
No,
it
I'm not saying it, but
seems
I'm just
it
saying
seems like what you're saying is
certain.
that it seems like that in that moment when it's overwhelming, that it's the ones that are supposed to be relied on, or those who are trusted, and even the hearsayers you would never want to say shit, or even think, or sorry, not shit, chat, and not even think about it.
Yeah.
It's like better, right?
No.
With the A. And yeah, it is wild, but it's important in those moments to not feel like it's everybody and to reorchestrate it. There's like a honey jar. There's like a honey jar. You eat the honey and you bless yourself with self-love and self-care, to really consciously feel into the acknowledgement of one's bliss, of all the positives. Just find all the positives about yourselves, and then it helps you work through that. Then it's like what they say rolls off like water on duck's feathers, or uru on a duck's feathers. It's just like,
Yeah.
doesn't even like soak in unless it's open to. And then you shake
Exactly.
it through.
Completely. Yeah. Okay, I'll take that. Right, listen, my battery's going to go. I've got to sign off. Many blessings for the chit chat and the words of wisdom. And we'll chit chat again very soon, okay? All right, many blessings to everyone out there as well. Mwah, mwah.
Thank you. Okay. Hi, everybody. Blessed love. Let me put it off on there. Okay. Let's see. There. Hi. This is me without a filter on. That's what I look like. It's nice to see you. Hi, loved ones. I gotta go to bed. It's 5 a.m. So I went to sleep early, but I don't want to just like be resting all day, because I got like my little one Hi. You're saying low to the word hi. Says you're not a starseed. Wonder what you are. Not really. You are a galactic warrior. You like Set. Be aware of your inner knowingness. Work on being trustworthy. Shows financial and material changes are occurring. Has to do with relationship changes. Looks like a relationship change, and it has to do with frustrations, angers, and try and be more extreme. Don't simplify. Be extreme. How many of you are from the womb of India? I need some translations. Okay, so I have these cards, and they're in Hindu. So what is tapas? It looks like it says tapas, but it's tapas. See? It's like, and I'm reading and I'm like feeling into what that represents. Like I am part, you know, I do have family, I think from Matawali. It's like they're somewhere from India. My grandma didn't tell me, but I have it on my DNA stuff from my kids. But probably near the waterways because my family liked to travel. Tapas. Tapas sounds like tabas, I'm going to be honest. So, but what is tapas? What does this word mean? If you have the translation, that is your message to listen to. It has to do with mom. The next one shows be more tame. Don't act so volatile. Calm yourself in the experience with your relationships. Oh, I had this one for me yesterday. What does this one mean? This is me, huh? It reminds me of me because it's also, I'm also working with who I am as a goddess. And I also got Lakshmi, and it looks like me today too. I had another reading that pulled it out. It was really good. But they have the face like so like, ooh, like squished together. Mine is more elongated, so I don't have it like squished, which is great. Okay. The next three are for those who are in the province areas. So if you're in a place where you have not that much province areas, I'm going to show you each card. Ready? Please translate these if you can. They're reversed, so it's the opposite. And I'll tell you what I see in it when I read it. My guide said don't do that. He said just show you the cards. Okay. And the cure is, they said don't give you the cure message. Okay. Well, that's what you get. So, yeah, it's nice. The next one I'm going to do is for those who are Scorpio. If your birthday is Scorpio or Leo, shows you have to heal on empathy. You're not chiming into that aspect of reality. You're not doing the same that your destiny is called on you to do, which is to try and care about others more than you have been. Just try. So you will try, you will open it when you're ready. I'm not going to force you because of your birth signs. You both have ways to bite and sting. I don't want to force you to change it because it's part of your decisions. You're supposed to be able to acknowledge the paths, and I give you keys and clues. The next one shows the reason for the bird nest to have been affected by different forces had to do with the inability to be empathetic and compassionate with soul family. You did not call in the tribe, and you thought that you could do it alone. The next one shows you had a lack of support due to your negative reactions and your focuses of not being willing to receive with open doorways of abundance to help and opportunities, that there has to be change. Be thankful for what can be received. Don't act greedy. Find solutions. The next is a Pisces. No, not Pisces, is it? Shows Star Child. Pisces, Aries, Star Child. This is for the cusps. Busy moments and multitasking, taking charge of our schedules during the busy moments and honestly assessing our reasons for being busy. Shows fated meeting with the number 7. Shows happy existence with the number 9 and 3. Shows be gentle with ourselves. We've been through a lot and need moments to heal and recover. Shows that we are not being of ego. Shows Athena, inner wisdom, white owl. Acknowledging what we have to do and trusting our inner wisdom to take appropriate actions without delay. And that's for that one. That's Pisces, Aries, the cusp. I like how my eyes get really light at night. Oh, it's 5 a.m. I think I need to try and go to bed. I don't have to like force myself to. I don't know if I can. I'm like too hyper right now. Oh, what am I gonna do? I feel a yawn. Maybe I can't go to bed. Okay, blessed love. I did take a nap for like 4 hours earlier, but I'll see you soon.